In this video, I will show you a simple chord progression in C major and also give you some reasons why it's necessary to practice cadences. Hello and welcome to Jeff's Pianist Academy. You have probably heard of cadences, specific chord progressions like 1-4-5-1. These cadences signal the end of musical phrase and provide the sense of resolution or pause. But what's the matter with these cadences and why it is recommended to learn them? Let me first show you how it works. We'll keep it really simple in C major. We need the first, the fourth and the fifth degrees. And we need the chords which are located on these degrees. Tonic, subdominant and dominant. Basically, this would be a cadence. But it doesn't sound good and it's not so practical for the fingers because we need to jump to every chord. So our goal is to find the smallest possible movement. For example, and to find the closest movement, we need to think about the chord inversions. As you probably know, the chords have a root position and the inversions. The same for F major and for G major. So we have a C in the bottom and C in the top. Then we have F major in root position, G major in second position, and back to tonica. So again, C major with C on the top and in the bottom. It's so much easier than playing. This also could be a cadence, because we can hear the tonica, subdominant, dominant and tonic, but it doesn't sound nice and it's difficult to play. Second example would be with the E on the top. This is a second inversion of C major chord. Then the first inversion of F major chord, the root position of G major, and back to tonica. And the last version, we start with a G on the top. This is a root position for C major chord. Second inversion of F major chord. First inversion of G major chord and C major. This all is so easy to play because it's located so close to each other. When you practice cadences, you're not mindlessly playing some chords, you're training your brain to understand how music works, because these chords are in relationship with each other. Let's say this way. 1 feels like home, subdominant creates some tension, 5, the dominant, leads us back home to the tonica. So the more you practice the cadences, the easier you recognize these chords in the music, in the score. So it helps you to sight read and it helps you to learn the pieces better because your fingers already know what to expect next. You might be a little bit skeptical and say, I've never heard this kind of progression by Bach or Mozart. I think maybe you haven't heard it exactly with these chords. Sometimes it's hidden or it's played differently. C major, F major, even if it's C in the bottom, dominant, G major, and tonica. This is kind of extended version. Sometimes you can find cadences with a second or sixth degrees. There are different kinds of them. Dominant and tonic. Here we have tonic, dominant, and tonic again. To know how the cadence work is also very helpful for improvisation. And by the way, here at Jeff's Pianist Academy, we have an amazing course about improvisation, so please check it out. So when your fingers, the creatures of habit, already know how it works in different inversions, for example, when you are playing 1, 4, 5, your fingers would already know where to find 1. So you don't need to miss a beat to find this chord. And it helps you to stay on time. Just imagine how cool it would be if you find somebody to improvise together with you. So you would be, for example, playing the cadences, and somebody who can also be a beginner would be improvising the melody. Or then you can switch. It's super easy, helpful, and really nice at the beginning when you want to play, but you can't yet because your technique doesn't allow you, or you can't read the notes so well. But this improvisation exercise gives you some freedom and you can enjoy music more. So you really feel like you're playing the piano. But also for advanced players, practicing cadence can be very helpful. I'm not talking about the basic cadence we were speaking previously. I'm talking about the complex harmonic chord progressions. No matter whether you are listening to this chord progression and trying to remember the order, or you're trying to play this, and these cadences are usually with several modulations, it helps you to understand the music and it helps you to memorize the music easier. Because when we are trying to memorize a piece, sometimes it's only our finger that try to memorize the passages. And this kind of memory is dangerous, because if you're nervous and something happens, you get stuck somewhere, you don't know what to play next. When we try to understand the harmonies, when we try to understand how this piece was composed, this is a different way of memorizing. And in case something happened, you can still continue playing because you know the structure of the composition. And exactly this is the reason why we need to understand the harmonies. We need to understand how it is connected to each other. And if you want to dive deeper into practicing cadences and improving your sight reading, you can join the waiting list for my upcoming course that's starting soon. It's packed with helpful tips to take your piano playing to the next level. So please find the information below, and thanks for watching.